stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. How you gon' tell me we don't live in hell? My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round, he'll spit shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the Isupk, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east and pray aloud. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side?
Yes, I
Seen
did.
a man reach out to God before he died?
Yes, I did.
I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for left. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile leg. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread. Yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
I can break the same stuff I just said.
All right, Shalom Israel. You know what I'm saying? This the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. This is the Wednesday scripture Salakia. This is the Wednesday law class. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. I'm used to teaching the Tuesday night brotherhood class. But this the Wednesday law class, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna teach the laws and statutes and commandments in this class right here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, tonight's topic is the laws of marriage, man. You know, us being coming out of the world, coming out of the Muslim mosque and the Christian church, you know, and in the Kemetic community, we have a distorted view of marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American, then there are laws and statutes and commandments, you know what I'm saying, that you have to abide by when it comes to marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church teaches you that you have to have a certificate from the state, you know what I'm saying, in order to be married. You know what I'm saying? But according to the Most High, sex is marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church, you know what I'm saying, in the United States law tells you, you know what I'm saying, that you can go and get a decree of divorce. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High gave his law, he said that marriage is forever, man. You understand? We have to come out of the ways of the world, man. If you are Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man, because the Most High, you know what I'm saying, gave us, you know what I'm saying, the ways that he want us to live by, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you lay with that man or if you lay with that woman, then you have made a commitment for life. Man. Just because you're not happy, or just because, you know what I'm saying, you're sad, or you know what I'm saying, things are not going your way, that is absolutely no excuse, you know what I'm saying, for you, you know, to decide, you know what I'm saying, that you no longer want to be in that marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay in that marriage forever, according to the Most High. And we're gonna get into these scriptures tonight, but we're gonna break you off like we usually do. If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you know what I'm saying, then you are an Israelite according to the Bible. With that being said, you know what I'm saying, you need, you know what I'm saying, certain essential tools in order, you know what I'm saying, for you to fully grasp, you know what I'm saying, these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. The first thing you're going to need is a 1611 King James Bible, man. You're going to need that because that's the closest book, you know what I'm saying, that comes to the scriptures, man. That was translated from Greek and the Paleo Hebrew, man. The ancient Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? That's the book right here that you need. It's the 1611 King James Bible. You don't need no NIV or any other iteration of the Bible. Those are remixes, man. You know what I'm saying? You want the original hard copy of the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Which is the 1611 King James Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? With the Apocrypha. If you do not have a Bible with the Apocrypha, make sure you have Apocrypha also. You know what I'm saying? You might come across a 1611 King James Bible with the Apocrypha in it. If you do, Most High in Christ. But if you have a 1611 King James Bible without the Apocrypha, make sure that you go out and get you the Apocrypha. That is the complete record of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? The Apocrypha is a very important, you know what I'm saying, part of the Bible, because it tells you about how you became, you know what I'm saying, on the road to becoming a Christian, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the Apocrypha right here. You know what I'm saying? It tells about how you was forced to eat pork. You know what I'm saying? How you was forced not to call yourself by your nation, was the nation of Israel. How they made it illegal, you know what I'm saying, to be called a Jew or an Israelite. You understand? So you need to make sure you have Apocrypha. It's very essential, you know what I'm saying, to grasping the complete record of the Most High. And third, you need a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Why you need this? You know what I'm saying? You need this so you can understand, you know what I'm saying, and fully read and grasp the full context of what you read in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The Bible was translated into Old English. You know what I'm saying? around 1611. So with that, you know what I'm saying, you need to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that you understand what you're reading. We no longer use Old English today. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you understand and fully grasp what you're reading in the clear context of what it's meant to be, you know. And last, you know what I'm saying, take notes. Write these scriptures down. Put them on your Samsung tab or your Apple Pad, or write them down, you know what I'm saying, with a pen and paper, man. You know what I'm saying? However you do it, make sure you take notes so you can go back and study and meditate on them, you know what I'm saying, and build you up, you know what I'm saying, a precept book, especially if you're a young priest, you know what I'm saying, or a young man or a trooper and stuff. Go get ready, you know what I'm saying? Arm yourself with the knowledge and the word of the Most High, man. And with that, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get into our topic tonight, which is the laws of marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have their own, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't going to say their own understanding, but the understanding of this world, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Which is controlled by the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. You know, the oppressor has put his ways of life, you know what I'm saying, on top, you know what I'm saying, of the Lord's chosen people, you know what I'm saying, in our captivity. And in our ignorance, we have taken upon his ways, you know what I'm saying, for generations and generations and generations, man. You know, and the Christian church, along with that, has told us that we need a certificate. You know what I'm saying? We need to go to the preacher, man, and get married. You know what I'm saying? And put a ring on each other's finger and say, you know what I'm saying, to death do us part, man. But that's not what the Most High commits, man. The Most High put in the law, statutes, and commandments, man. If you lie, you know what I'm saying, with a woman, then surely you have gained a wife, man. You know what I'm saying? When you lie with brothers, you know what I'm saying, when you lie with a woman, you know what I'm saying, you have to make sure and choose very, very, very carefully, you know what I'm saying? Because according to the Bible, when you lay with a woman, you know what I'm saying, and betroth a woman, then you have gained your wife, man.
Right.
You understand? And sex is marriage in the Bible, man. And it's something that we do not take very, very that we don't really give a thought to. You know what I'm saying? Coming into this world, man. You know, sex is just a form of fun to blacks and Spanish in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? We do it indiscriminately, man, and we do it, you know what I'm saying, without any thought. You know what I'm saying? Because we listen to our flesh, man, when we want to, you know, to lie with a woman, man. You know, but the scriptures tell you, you know what I'm saying, to choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with a woman, you know what I'm saying, before you have sex with her, man. Because when you do that, you know what I'm saying, when you have sex with that woman, when you unclothe that woman and humble her, you know what I'm saying, now you have a wife. Then sisters, you know what I'm saying? When you decide, you know what I'm saying, to submit yourself to a man, you know what I'm saying, and let that man go inside you, you have decided. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. You can put it on the screen from your phone, sir. You know what I'm saying? Officer Mabatazar, Officer 500 is about to put the definition of marriage up on the screen. So let's read it. Marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man, can you read that, Mahal? Can you see that?
The definition of marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man and woman consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse.
That's what that is what the definition of marriage is. You know what I'm saying? The definition of marriage is having sex. You know what I'm saying? To commence a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Not going to the goddamn justice of the peace. You know what I'm saying? Or your goddamn preacher. You know what I'm saying? And put a ring on each other's finger and spending you know what I'm saying? Thousands of dollars to have a damn wet. That's not what marriage is. Continue, Mark. Took it down. No sweat. You know what I'm saying? We understand that sex is marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into some scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put it in the chat. We got, like I said, we got priest and officer of 500, Mabatazar Yahweh right here. He'll answer any questions that you might have. You know what I'm saying? Always bring, you know what I'm saying, your problems and trials and tribulations to the men of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14, and hold it. We're going to start off in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14. Book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14. A lot of familiar with me. I read what you got.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
You know what I'm saying? Adultery is when a man, you know what I'm saying, has a woman and another man decides to sleep with that woman, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're a brother, you know what I'm saying, and you know that this woman already has a man. You know what I'm saying? And we don't understand now today, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't get married anymore. You know what I'm saying? So if you find, so let's just say now, you know what I'm saying? You have a woman that says that she has a boyfriend, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you have to dig deep into that. You know what I'm saying? Now times, you know what I'm saying, that boyfriend is having sex with that woman. Huh, Mahal? You know what I'm saying? So if you know that a woman is sleeping with a man, period, man, you know what I'm saying? According to the scriptures, man, that woman is married to that man, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we just read the definition of marriage, man. Marriage is when a woman and a man come together, man, in intimacy. You know what I'm saying? A woman is being intimate with another man, then that woman already has a husband. You know what I'm talking about? So if you a brother, you find out that this woman has a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? They living together. The laws of this country tells you when you know they ain't married, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta worry about that. She just got a boyfriend, man. You know what I'm saying? But according to the law of God, you know what I'm saying, that woman has a husband. You know what I'm saying? And you are forbidden to touch that woman, man, or have any kind of fornication with her. You understand? You know, matter of fact, hey, sir, Salaki, sir, can you put the definition of fornication up there? Got to put it in what? Oh, Salaki, I got you. Let's get the definition of fornication. Because a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we don't even know what fornication is, you know.
And if I might add, sir, you know
Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying? Even if she approach you, you know what I'm saying, you should have enough honor and dignity, you know what I'm saying, in yourself to turn that sister down. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you find out that she has a man or she is a married woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have enough dignity in you, especially if you call yourself an Israelite, to shalom that sis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that definitely happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? We get approached by so many women, you know, and one of the first things we ask is, do you have a boyfriend or are you married? You know what I'm saying? And when you find that out, you know, that's the end of the conversation with that sister. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is how it should be. Salaki.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? You find out that this woman is dealing with a man. You know what I'm saying? Even if, you know what I'm saying, that's all you need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Even if she's dealing with men.
Damn
you know?
right. You know what I'm saying? And you find out that she's dealing with a man, period. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and end the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Right then. You know. We're about to add the death. All right. Give it a hot second to get up on the screen. We're gonna get into the definition of fornication. You know what I'm talking about? You can blow that up for me, sir. That definition. You can read it when you're ready.
I can't see.
You gotta make it bigger. Let it take up the whole screen, sir.
I can read it from your screen.
You can read it from there?
All right.
Go ahead and read it.
The definition of fornication is a broad term for illicit sexual intercourse, encompassing both premarital sex and adultery.
You know what I'm saying? This is you know what I'm saying? The like how you would say now today, you know what I'm saying? This is your, you know what I'm saying, knowing that a man has a woman, you know what I'm saying, and enticing her, you know what I'm saying? Saying that you want to get to know her. You know what I'm saying? Saying that you want to take the sister out. You know what I'm saying? This is the texting and sexting, you know, and the love notes and the flowers and all this seduction that comes, you know what I'm saying? We're getting ready to have sex with a woman, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what fornication is. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know what I'm saying, a woman, you know what I'm saying, knowingly knows that she is married, you know what I'm saying, and participates in those kind of pre marital activities with another man, man. You understand? So we are not allowed to fornicate, you know what I'm saying, or commit adultery, you know what I'm saying, in the house of Israel, man. If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American, man, and you know that woman, you know what I'm saying, has a man that she's dealing with, you know what I'm saying, then clearly, you know what I'm saying, that you cannot deal with it, you know. So let's drop that. Let's get the book of Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. And hold it when you get it. Know you fast with the scripture. You already know. The book of Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. Read it when you got it. Oh, you are.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
We have to understand, you know what I'm saying? That there's no deal of divorce, you know what I'm saying? In the house of Israel. Today, you know what I'm saying, in this kingdom right here, you know what I'm saying, you sleeping with another man's woman, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much no big deal. You know what I'm saying? You know, most likely thing that'll happen is that they'll get a divorce or separate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you have committed, you know what I'm saying, the most heinous, you know what I'm saying, evil crime that you could do to your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? You have stolen, you know what I'm saying, this brother's property, man. You know? A woman, you know what I'm saying, for a man, you know what I'm saying, in the nation of Israel is his property, man. That's his possession. You know what I'm saying? And you decided to go violate his possession, man. You know? It said a man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery. So even you know what I'm saying, the man, you know what I'm saying, that participated in that, man. The woman and the man. You know what I'm saying? Pick up from there with his neighbors. With his neighbors.
And he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress.
The adultery and the adulteress. So the man and the woman, man. Both participants, man. You know what I'm saying? The man, you know what I'm saying, that stuck his rod in somebody else's property, man. And the property, you know what I'm saying, that decided to let the man in.
And if I may add, sir, you know, just to comment real quick, you know, in this kingdom, man, the white man is so wicked when it comes to the laws of God, man, that for something like this, it's all they promote it. It's all in the TV. It's all over. They got so many TV shows where adultery is like at the forefront of the TV. They even got a show called Cheaters. You know what I'm saying? Where they just go around catching other men and women fornicating or with another man's wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like,
no, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You coming down heavy. You absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Adultery is permitted, and also is it highly encouraged in this kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Officer Mahar brought out. You know what I'm saying? You have, you know what I'm saying? You have it all on Facebook, all on Instagram, all on television, all in the media, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the show Cheaters and like the show what's the one with the sisters sleeping with the
Love and
president?
Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop. What's the one that the sister was sleeping with the heathen president that all the sisters love, man?
TV show?
Yeah, it was a TV show with the black sister that was dealing with the heathen scandal. You know what I'm saying? The television scandal. You don't remember that? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, that was one of the top rated shows. You know what I'm saying? Around that time slot, man. You know, and it's encouraged in the music also. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
that's right.
They all in the rap songs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hit your bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I done knocked her down. You know what I'm saying? I done broke her off.
Creeping in the window when you leave.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Your bitch on the side of me. You know what I'm saying? Riding in the lack and all of that. You know, this is all in everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That shows you that this kingdom right here, this kingdom is against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And what is your duty? You know what I'm saying? What did Christ say for you to do? You know what I'm saying? Christ told you to separate yourself from the ways of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? You find out that sister is dealing with, she might, you know what I'm saying, be everything that you done dreamed of, man. You know what I'm saying? That is Satan tempting you, you know what I'm saying, to make you, you know what I'm saying, unalive yourself, man. And we feel like, you know, because there's no longer any priest to you know what I'm saying, put you to death, you know what I'm saying, the Most High will deal with you directly. It's been so many instances of brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, expiring from life, you know what I'm saying, because of this topic that we dealing with tonight. You know what I'm saying? It might not have happened to you in the world, you know what I'm saying? And you like, oh, I used to cheat on my boyfriend all the time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I used to sleep with other niggas women all the time when I was in the world. You know what I'm saying? When you come into this body right here, into this fold, you know what I'm saying? That is over with. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will visit you directly in here, man. You know, I advise you not to take, you know what I'm saying, these laws, you know what I'm saying, very lightly. I advise you to abide by them heavily. You know what I'm saying?
And if I may add, and if that woman leaves her husband for another man, what makes you think she won't do that to you?
Damn,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you think that she don't treat you any differently than what she treated the husband that she left?
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, a woman to leave their husband over reasons that wouldn't even make sense, that doesn't even justify her leaving. You know what I'm saying? You know, she just don't like to be told nothing. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to using this word submit is crazy because when you tell a woman to submit, they think you finna lock them up in a dungeon or something like that somewhere, and and they'll never see the light of day again. When really it's just saying that your husband is your ruler. He rules over you, and he should be obeyed. You'll obey the white man at your job. You go fix his coffee and do everything that he tell you. But then when you come home, you know what I'm saying, your husband asks you to do something, you ready to cuss him out. And then it leads to you what? You know what I'm saying? Go and commit. Hey, have you ever, Salaki said the sidebar, have you ever heard of a work husband and a work wife?
Absolutely.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Absolutely. So you got you a married woman at home and you got a work husband, a guy that you deal with at your job, you know what I'm saying? And you calling this man your work husband. So if you calling this man your work husband, it ain't no telling what your wife doing with that man while she's at work.
What is that? We just brought it out.
Right. Adultery.
No.
Fornication,
man. Absolutely right.
That's like
nah, Kalada. You know what I'm saying? That's fornication. You call yourself having a goddamn work husband. You know what I'm saying? No, you have not, you know what I'm saying, have sex with him. You know what I'm saying? But you are letting that man, you know what I'm saying, seduce and entice you and give you gifts and buy you lunch, you know what I'm saying, and rub your back and all of that, you know what I'm saying? That is fornication, man. You know what I'm saying? That is against the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? You are a goddamn piece of trash, man. And it doesn't, and let's bring this out tonight. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, you know what I'm saying, that you goddamn happy. That's a lot. That's a word that's used real heavily, you know what I'm saying, by the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't happy and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is not the Christian church, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not, you know what I'm saying, depending on, you know what I'm saying, if you have unconsolable differences and all of that, you are commanded to be with that man forever. And I think so many of us take it very, very lightly, you know what I'm saying? Because we just ready to commence the marriage, you know what I'm saying? I believe that is also have happened on my part too, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm with these sisters, you know what I'm saying? No matter what. I'm not allowed to leave these sisters, man. And it's something that I take very, very, very strongly, You are not allowed to leave, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Because you've been unhappy, you know what I'm saying, the last few days. You know what I'm saying? Or he said something that upset you, you know what I'm saying? Or we not getting along, you know what I'm saying? And all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? That is the ways of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's that boyfriend and girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have taken an oath, you know what I'm saying? When you put your rod in that woman, or you spread your legs for that man, you know what I'm saying? You have systematically decided, you know what I'm saying, that's who you want to be with for the rest of your life, man. And maybe it was a clouded judgment at the time. Nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go into the AT&T store, you know what I'm saying, and you signed up for that new Samsung Galaxy Ultra 26, you know what I'm saying? And they tell you 3 years, you know what I'm saying, you committed to this phone. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out, you know what I'm saying, but damn, I should have signed this contract because the Samsung Galaxy 27 about to come out or something. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, you are bounded to that contract, man. You know what I'm saying? When you you know what I'm saying, sign that contract on that contract for that phone, and you have committed to it, man. Yeah, the same thing with the marriage, man. With the Most High's marriage, you have decided that you wanted to be bounded to that man or to that woman. So you are locked in, like they say, you are locked into this contract for 3 years. When you spread your legs for that man, or you put your rod in that woman, you know what I'm saying? You are locked in for life. You know what I'm talking about? Go and give me the rest of that on Leviticus 20 and 10. I think it's in the adulterous child. We'll drop that.
There's nothing more on that.
Yeah, it's a little piece on it.
The adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
That is the penalty for adultery, man. You know what I'm saying? It's death. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you know what I'm saying? There's no Levitical priest, you know what I'm saying, to come put you to death, man. You know what I'm saying? But that would really determine if you believe in the Most High, man. You know? And you don't have to worry about a man coming to put you to death. Now you have to worry about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Unaliving you. Select. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. Now I just want to say, and just imagine if that law was in effect. You know what I'm saying? You'll be real careful about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll know somebody, because somebody will be knocking at your door. Hey, we got reason to believe that you done slept around with this man or that man, and you know that'll put nothing but sheer terror in you, because you know what I'm saying, you know it's wrong and you did it anyway. That's the same way you should treat it with the Most High.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? You sleep with another man's wife, you know, men may not see it, but the Most High sees it. Yeah, right. And that same terror that somebody knocking on your door with those accusations, you know, it's the same way you should look at the Most High when you out there fornicating and sleeping around with other men's wives and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You should be looking as if the Most High sees me do this, man. You know, and the Lord may kill me for it if I don't repent. So like,
yeah, right. Hey, you made me think of a whole goddamn precept. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to give it to you.
and that's why the scriptures are so important, man, because you can go in here and you can see how it is. And if I may add one thing, sir, you know, and it's right to guard your wife's spirit, because if you don't, she will be in the faces of other men. You know what I mean? Look at Eve. You know what I'm saying? Eve had Adam, and she still was she still allowed another man to beguile her and go against her against her husband. Salaki.
Don't give me that. We got a quick precept. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna put it on the screen. We're just gonna read it. Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, "We ought to obey God rather than men."
You know what I'm saying? Like Mahar just brought out. You know what I'm saying? If they had the adultery police come knock at your door, you most likely, you know what I'm saying, be afraid to sleep with another man's woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Or if you was a sister, you'd be afraid to let somebody else in that box besides your husband. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a real terror, a real fear, you know what I'm saying, of the adultery police coming to knock at your door, arrest you, and put you to death. You know what I'm saying? But the scriptures say it's better to fear, you know what I'm saying, God than man. So the same fear of having, you know what I'm saying, if somebody could physically come knock at your door and arrest you, you know what I'm saying, and put you to death for adultery, then you should have that same respect and the same honor of the Most High. You know, the Most High, you know what I'm saying, can have you unalived, going on your way to work, you know what I'm saying, drinking your coffee, you know what I'm saying, and a goddamn 18-wheeler cut your damn SUV in half. Now have you You know what I'm saying? You're a brother sleeping with another man's wife, having you on a damn scaffold, and the goddamn scaffold fall apart at your plantation, man. The Most High has so many ways of dealing with you, you know what I'm saying, that it's unconceivable, man. You should definitely have more fear, you know what I'm saying, with the Most High than man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drop that. We're going to get the, let's see. Let's get the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 32. We got Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. Like I said at the beginning of class, you got any questions or comments or concerns? Go ahead and put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We'll get with it. Shout out to Police Officer Mahar Bar driving from Houston on Wednesdays and stuff to come out here. You know what I'm saying, with his brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. That's real brotherhood right there. You know what I'm talking about? In a second, go ahead and read it. Read what you got.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 32. But whosoever committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding.
Stop right there, Mahar. You know what I'm saying? You do something that you don't fully understand, man. You don't understand, you know what I'm saying, how evil this act is, man. You know what I'm saying? By going into another man's property, man. You know what I'm saying? Like going into another man's house, you know what I'm saying? And desecrating his house by taking his goods, man. You know what I'm saying? Then we got to understand that at this time, you know what I'm saying? This was a time, you know what I'm saying, when you had to pay a dowry. You know what I'm saying? Now you just, you know what I'm saying, you meet a sister right now, you know what I'm saying? You take her out on a couple of dates, you know what I'm saying, and you go ahead and knock her down, and you know what I'm saying? This is you know, you do that all the time, you know what I'm saying? If you're a man that's in the world, you know what I'm saying? But back at this time, you know what I'm saying? Gaining a wife, you know what I'm saying, was something that you had to work hard. You had to go to this to this sister's father, man, and ask, you know what I'm saying? Because this that sister, that's still that brother's property, her father. So you had to go to her father and say, you know what I'm saying, I would like, you know what I'm saying, I like to take your daughter as my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because these sisters, you know what I'm saying, they was working the farms and sewing and contributing to his household. You know, so you taking something that's very valuable to her. You know what I'm saying? And don't let her be, you know what I'm saying, a gorgeous sister, man. You know what I'm saying? Or thick like a brick sister. You know? And that all the other brothers wanted. So the father know that this sister is highly valued, man. You know what I'm saying? So you have to pay a dowry. You know what I'm saying? A dowry is a payment, you know what I'm saying, to the father, you know what I'm saying, in order to marry his daughter, man. You know? So this was not a thing, you know what I'm saying, that was easy to accomplish. Because back then, you know what I'm saying, you might have a father, he say, I want my 4 cows and 4 sheep for my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, what was the brother? Hey, Salakia, sir. What was the brother? You know what I'm saying? What was that Jacob that had to give up what 5 years of servitude?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
7
That was
years.
Jacob.
You know what I'm saying? The brother our forefather. You know what I'm saying? Jacob had to commit to 7 years of servitude. You know what I'm saying? Just to marry one woman, man. You know what I'm saying? This how important marriage was back then. This how committed you had to be. You know what I'm saying? In order to receive a wife. You know what I'm saying? Can you read that from the top one more time, Mahal?
Yes. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 32. But whosoever committeth adultery with the woman lacketh understanding.
Go ahead.
He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
You destroy your own soul, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have committed the most heinous the thing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? You know, was take another man's woman, man.
And Salakia, sir, if I may, you know what I'm saying? And you can see it, you know what I'm saying, with today's youth. You know what I mean? Like they had a report come out a while back that said that the youth, like the ages between like 15 and 25 are having more STDs in that category than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because they are just sleeping around. They not being safe. You know what I'm saying? They not being taught at home how to deal with women. So they just out young men and young women just sleeping around. You know what I'm saying? So what's so heavy about what Officer Lamia is saying is that, you know, just imagine if you taught your children, you know, that, hey, you sleep, if you sleep with that, you teach your daughters, hey, if you sleep with that man, that's your husband. You bound to that man forever. You know, she'll be real selective about who she sleep with. You know what I'm saying? And just like if you taught your son, hey, if you sleep with that woman, she yours for life. You got to keep her. Can't throw her away. You can't say that she had a bad attitude. She talked back. She didn't want to listen. Once you lay with that woman, he'll be real. He won't go sleep with whores because he know that he'll have to keep that woman after that. You know what I'm saying? And if we taught our children that, you know, you wouldn't have to worry about underage pregnancies and STDs and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to add that.
Sure. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? One that you know what I'm saying? He that do it destroy his soul. You know what I'm saying? If you are a brother, you know what I'm saying, and you know this woman is married and you still decide to sleep with her, every heinous thing, you know what I'm saying, that's allowed, you know what I'm saying, should be, you know what I'm saying, said about you. You got something, sir? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, you a thief. You know what I'm saying? You say, how I'm a thief? Yeah, because, you know what I'm saying? You took this man's woman and had pleasure with her, man. That is stealing. You know what I'm saying? Am I right, Mahal? That's stealing. You know what I'm saying? You know? And second, you know what I'm saying? You are a liar. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the scriptures say that you are not allowed to sleep with another man's woman. And in your mind, you convincing yourself that this is your woman. You know what I'm saying, Mahal? So you done lied to your goddamn self.
The Lord said he'll put you to death. Like, that's how severe the penalty is for sleeping with another man's wife. You know, that out of all that you can do, the only requirement left is that you die. You die if you touch this man's wife. Like, the Most High was very clear when he made that law. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that if it's left unchecked, brothers they doing it now. You go out there in the world now and look around, man. They got so many songs like Officer Lamia brought out earlier that it'll make you not even want to trust a woman. You know what I mean?
And you a murderer, man. Because not only have you, you know what I'm saying, destroyed yourself, you destroyed your brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? You done took something that he cared about, you know what I'm saying? Even though they might be going through problems and you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You decided to either increase this man's tribulation, man.
And
You know what I'm saying?
and not only that, he finna murder everybody now. He finna kill you, the other man, and himself probably, because he don't know how to deal with him knowing that, like, that's the greatest crime that a woman can commit against a man, is to go and lay with another man. Like, all that you can do, he could put up with it, but that is like the most unforgivable. And I bet if you check the statistics on how many brothers right now in jail behind a woman sleeping with another man, it'll probably blow your mind. It'll blow your mind that there are so many brothers right now locked up in the penitentiary behind a woman. You know what I'm saying? Or so many, or they so locked up because they killed the woman, or they are suicide, homicide. You know what I'm saying? They killed themselves because, you know, and that's how you know that a woman is another man's property, because they got. If you got baby mothers out there right now, you know what I'm saying? She got like four or five. She got about 2 baby daddies. One of them baby daddies is like, if I can't have you, nobody else can. So he gonna make it very hard for another man to come in and even deal with you. Because why? Because he know that that's his property. You know what I'm saying? He know that throughout it all, she still belong to him. She's hands off, even if she don't honor it. You know what I'm saying? He honor it, and then that creates a lot of conflict for brothers trying to that would deal with that woman. You know what I'm saying? Even if they would go under the status single, they not single in his mind. He might be just going along with it, but they not single. He's still her. I mean, she still belong to him. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Damn right, you know what I'm saying? Let's drop this. Let's get the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 29. I got the back.
This is the book.
Hold on. Stand down. Let me, you know me. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 29. So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her, shall not be innocent.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we keep reiterating, man. This is what the scriptures tell you time and time again, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how big her backside is. You know what I'm saying? Or how large her chest is. You know what I'm saying? Or how fair her face is, man. You know what I'm saying? And you call her your work babe. You know what I'm saying? That's another brother's property, brother. You know what I'm saying? You are not allowed to deal with her in any way. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you know what I'm saying, the commanded to tell her that sister is shalom. You know what I'm saying? And when you leave her, shalom. You know what I'm saying? This is how the Most High commanded us to deal with a woman that is married to another man. You know what I'm saying? Because you always have to keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? What if the same woman, you know what I'm saying, that you take from this man right here, when she become your woman, how you was when you saw her, and how she was enticed, how she was betrothed by you and your wickedness. You know what I'm saying? In your time of evilness, man. Same thing could happen to you. You come home and somebody is body rocking your wife, man. A brother tell you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I saw your wife in a car with some brother at the gas station. But then you pick then you take that woman from another man at the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
And Salaki, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
And she don't know no damn better because she had to grow up watching her mother do the same thing to her daddy. You know what I'm saying? She had to watch her mother creep around with other men or leave her daddy for reasons that don't even really hold an argument or hold a candle to anything. You know what I'm saying? She had to grow, and then from there, you know what I'm saying? To add insult to injury, she had to watch men come and go. Men come and go, in and out, in and out. Her mama with one man after another, trying to find love again when she had it the whole time.
It's a lot. I gotta say this while it's all on my mind. You know what I'm saying? You have to remember, you know what I'm saying, that these sisters, you know what I'm saying, that you are the leader of these sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? That you can't get riled up about you know what I'm saying, things that happen with your sister. You have a wife, you are supposed to love, protect, and guide this sister right here. You know what I'm saying? But these sisters, you know what I'm saying, these sisters, you know what I'm saying, are easily beguiled. It goes all the way back to Eve. You know what I'm saying? These sisters is number one motive is, you know what I'm saying, to be comfortable, to be happy. You know what I'm saying? To have the best, you know what I'm saying, situation possible for herself. You know what I'm saying? So these sisters, you know what I'm saying, always are going to be looking, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, he got a, you know what I'm saying? He do a little bit better than my husband. You know what I'm saying? He got a bigger car than my husband. You know what I'm saying? He got a better job than my husband. You know what I'm saying? And he want me. You know what I'm saying? You know, that is, you know what I'm saying? You know what? That is treason. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You are, you know what I'm saying? You are a traitor if you leave your husband, you know what I'm saying, for the next man, you know what I'm saying? Or for, you know, for the next man that got the big BMW, you know, or the big Cadillac, you know, or the large house and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is, man. You know what I'm saying? And we already know what happened to people that commit treason, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said it, you know. In the ways of treason and in the ways of adultery is death, man. Now, if you don't believe in the Most High, you know what I'm saying, or you really physically need somebody to come knock at your door and come put you in handcuffs and put you on death row, then I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? You just don't believe. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me finish. What you would say what we call is a fake Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You somebody that's just, you just here maybe because you got a husband in the truth or because you got a wife in the truth and stuff, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? There's a scripture that say, you know what I'm saying, just because you don't believe, let me find that right quick, my heart. Then I'm gonna let you break them off. Just because of me, Like, it's the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 3 and 4. So you got it. Go and read it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 3,
Yeah.
and 4. For what if someone did not believe?
You know what I'm saying? If you just because you don't believe, go ahead, Mark.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't believe in God, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, you was doing fine when you was in the world. You know what I'm saying? Or I believe in God, but I'm gonna do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just live my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do what I need to do to be happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Before I believe anything. Go ahead, my heart.
Verse 4. God forbid.
God forbid. You know what I'm saying? Just because you believe in your, you know what I'm saying? You know, because you believe in yourself and you believe in being happy and everything should be your way. And you know what I'm saying? And there's some laws standing in the way, you know what I'm saying, of you doing so. You know what I'm saying? God forbid you believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's some things, you know what I'm saying? The most high way, you know what I'm saying, is better than your way. That's what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say that the most high, you know what I'm saying, thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And his ways are better than your ways, man. You know what I'm saying? As much as you as prideful and as much arrogance you have to believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's very expedient that you would still believe in the Most High before you take counsel upon your own self. Man. You know what I'm saying? You want to read that this scripture right here from the top again?
God forbid.
No, this one right here. It's like Proverbs 6:29.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 29. So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent.
You know what I'm saying? You think, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Shit, she chose me. She could have came up to you and knocked on your door, you know what I'm saying, with a basket full of chocolate chip cookies, you know what I'm saying, and a bottle of Patron. You know what I'm saying? You are not allowed to let that woman in your house, bro. You ain't allowed to take them cookies, man. All that bottle of Patron. You know what I'm saying? You know? Now you allowing yourself to be enticed, you know what I'm saying, by the sister, man. You know, so you are not innocent, you know what I'm saying, for sleeping with this man's wife. You know what I'm saying? And you can say, okay, you might say, but damn, I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? You need, you know what I'm saying? That's why in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you know what I'm saying, we have the 1 year rule. You know what I'm saying? We had a 1 year rule for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? So first, you need to get that sister into these classes, man. You know what I'm saying? And see how long she's gonna last through these classes. You know what I'm saying? You need to. This is your time to observe and watch this sister right here. You know what I'm saying? See if she's still smoking weed. If she still, you know what I'm saying, got niggas coming over to the apartment and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Coming over to the crib. You know what I'm saying? If she still got niggas calling her and stuff, she like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Let me, you know, she getting up and you know, you already know. You know what I'm saying? What sisters do. You know what I'm saying? You can see, you know what I'm saying? If you ever, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to observe her behavior. You know, if she tell you, you know what I'm saying, you need to call before you come by. You know what I'm saying, boy? You know what I'm saying? And she, you know, always busy and stuff. You have time to observe her ways and stuff, and then you'll be able to make the judgment. Nah, this is not a sister. You know what I'm saying? I feel it's righteous. Feel I want to deal with. This sister is still in the world. You know what I'm saying? But you see that this sister is attending classes. You know what I'm saying? She's able to get her name. You know, she's attending the feast days. She has changed. She might have been smoking cigarettes and weed and pulling up. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know, pouring up serve and all of that. You know, but when she, you know what I'm saying, decided, you know what I'm saying, that she wanted to give her life to the Most High, man, and she changed. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That's a sister that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? That is not a light sister. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, after that 6 months, then you have a courting period with this sister. You know what I'm saying? When you can deal with this sister, you know what I'm saying, on a date thing. You know what I'm saying? This is not fornication. This is lawful courting. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is no sexual contact, but this is you and the sister, you know what I'm saying, spending time with each other. You know what I'm saying? And then when after that 6 month period is over, then this when you go to your, you know what I'm saying, camp leader or to your captain and say, you know what I'm saying, I've been dealing with this sister for a year. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that this sister right here, you know what I'm saying, this is a righteous sister. You know what I'm saying? I would like to marry her. And that is the protocol in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Man. You know, if the ways of the world have failed you, you know what I'm saying, and you have been let down time and time again by you know what I'm saying, taking counsel of your own self. You know what I'm saying? That you need to be in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can strip yourself of the ways of the world, you know what I'm saying, and be rebuilt, you know what I'm saying, by the priests and prophets of the Lord. And then when you are rebuilt, you'll be able to deal, you know what I'm saying, with a sister or a man in a righteous way. You'll have the wisdom, you know what I'm saying, and the law, statutes, and commandments behind you. So when you get ready to make a decision, you know what I'm saying, the Lord will be with you. You know what I'm saying? But you doing it on your own, you know what I'm saying, it's the ways, you know what I'm saying, of your own destruction. It says, so he that goeth into a neighbor's wife, whosoever touch it shall be not innocent, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? Make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that you and that sister, you know what I'm saying, y'all first in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a basis. You know what I'm saying? That is a rock bed foundation. You know what I'm saying? By having, you know what I'm saying, the law, statutes, and commandments behind you as a foundation. You know what I'm saying? Then when you ready to proceed into a marriage, you'll do it all in wisdom and righteousness. So I did that shit. I need to wrap up. Let's get two more verses. Let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 23. Hold it when you got it. Yeah.
And that's so why it's so important to court, you know what I'm saying, a woman, and y'all court each other, because that's wise, because y'all finding out about each other. It doesn't mean that, you know, y'all got to jump the gun or anything like that. It just means that, you know, y'all finding out about each other. The sister might have every quality that you love in a woman, but she probably been through some things in her life that, you know, she may need to get counsel for. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be done. She finding out things about you. You might be everything that she want in a man, but it might be some things that you need to get right first. And that's where y'all learned about each other. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all date, to find out, instead of, you know, and black people, we got that problem bad, man. We'll have the sex first and start the relationship second. You know what I'm saying? And then you wonder why 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, all hell done broke loose. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't take the time out to find out about that woman, or you didn't take the time out to find out about that man. You know what I'm saying? But in the UPK, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Command of General Yohana, man, they got marriages that's in here that's been 20 to 15 to 20 to 30 years strong already. Right. Brothers and sisters got married at a marriageable age and been together ever since. Right. You know what I'm saying? And doing that, you following, and then you know why this law is in the Bible? Because that's what the heathen do. That's what the white woman do. When let the money run out. Let the money run out. She gonna be creeping out the back door. She gonna be sleeping with the neighbor. She gonna be sleeping with the neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Breaking the boys off, brother, but go ahead and get into the scripture so we can wrap this up.
All right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 23.
All the way to the end.
Because they have committed villainy in Israel.
You know what I'm saying? Let me stop you right there. Being a villain, that is, you know what I'm saying? That is evil. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A villain is somebody that's doing something wrong, committing a crime, man. Go ahead. In Israel.
And have committed adultery with their neighbors' wives, and have spoken lying words in my name.
You know what I'm saying? Saying that the Lord is with you, you know what I'm saying? God will judge me, you know what I'm saying? I deal, you know what I'm saying? I deal directly with God. Go ahead.
Which I have not commanded them.
You know what I'm saying? The Most High told you not to sleep with your neighbor's wife. But you said, you know what I'm saying? You know, well, the Lord knows my heart. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this woman for me, maybe ain't meant for them to be together. Go ahead.
Even I know and am a witness, saith the Lord.
You know what I'm saying? You said that the Most High sees, you know what I'm saying? Sees everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures say what's done in the dark, you know what I'm saying, will come to light. You know? So if you a woman, you know what I'm saying, thinking, but you know what I'm saying, well, you know what I'm saying, my husband gone. You know, I don't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna know about this, you know what I'm saying? But what they call that, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook and stuff, sir, where they say like they got a side boo or something like that. A sneaky what? They got a sneaky link. They got a side chick. You know what I'm saying? Or what's that country song that side piece? All of that, you know what I'm saying? You know, what's done in the dark gonna come to light, man. And if nobody ever knows, you know what I'm saying? You might make it, you know what I'm saying, to Judgment Day, you know what I'm saying? And you done played your cards so well, so ain't nobody even knew, you know what I'm saying? All the evil stuff that you did. But guess what? The most important person to know already know. The all seeing. You know what I'm saying? It'd be okay, you know what I'm saying, if the Most High, you know what I'm saying, he didn't deal with that, or you know what I'm saying, or he wasn't all seeing, but the most important person, you know what I'm saying, that has control over life and death, you know what I'm saying, that has control over your soul, he saw it. You know what I'm saying? It said, which have not commanded them, even I know, and I am a witness, said the Lord, man. So, you know what I'm saying? No matter how much you believe that you can get away with by sleeping with another man's woman, you know what I'm saying? Or giving your box to another man, you know? And you think you just the slickest, coldest woman in the world, or the slickest, coldest nigga in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Most High sees everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And what did the Most High say? The Most High say, you know what I'm saying, when you lie with a woman, or you lie with a man, then you can gain a husband or a wife. And the Most High also said, you know what I'm saying, the ways, you know what I'm saying, the punishment of adultery is death. So with that, you know what I'm saying, gonna get into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge security announcements. Gonna hand the class over to priest and officer Mahar Gabar Yahweh.
This is the ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find that in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashor. 10% of every penny and any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest funds, free will offering, or for priests, not mandatory though. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. We have Hana. Can you put that on the screen? The Feast of Dedication.
Yeah, just speak loud.
The Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Sunday the 14th December 2025 for 8 days.
You find it in the book of what?
You can find that in the book of First Maccabees, First Maccabees chapter 4, verses 52 through 61.
Just say if anyone needs to be a trooper in the school, you ain't gotta read it.
Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper or to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants and headbands and scarves. That concludes the security announcements.
Also remember, keep in mind that the feast, Salakia, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord's Passover is coming up. You know what I'm saying? 57. Am I right, sir? 57 annual Passover, man. So keep in mind, you know what I'm saying, that the Passover is fee is $200, you know what I'm saying, per person. 17 years and up. You know what I'm saying? If you have any children below the age of 17, they are incorporated for free. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be able to attend the Lord's Passover for free. You know what I'm saying? But any brother or sister of the age of 17, you know what I'm saying? They have to pay, you know what I'm saying, the Passover fee of $200. You know what I'm saying? So start getting your garments together, you know what I'm saying, and making your hotel, flight arrangements, and paying your Passover fee, man. The Passover will be upon us, you know what I'm saying, before we know it. So make sure that we make the preparations, you know what I'm saying, to attend the 57th annual Lord's Passover, because it is a commandment to be there. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm going to turn the class over to priest and officer of 500, you know what I'm saying, Mabatazar Yahweh for the Lord's Prayer.
All right, so we're gonna turn, face the east. We're gonna say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanah, Shabbat, Kodah, Hayah, Yakah, Yahweh,
Labakah, Labahah, Razak, Hayah, Hasha, Ratzah, Allah, Hayah, Basamai, Yadayana, Nabah, Rabah, Nabah, Dasalat, Abanah, Dasalat, Abanah, Nabah, Anayas, Basabon, Abah, Ashaya, Hayah, Ra, Hayah, Laka, Allah, Allah, Rakapara, Alon, Amon, our Father, so I hear, I'll be thy name, Yahweh, the kingdom come, that will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day daily bread. Forgive our debts, and we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. God is the King, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
In the river, we give one person to the teaching in the river. By the Shabbat, Majid, Barak,
Yahweh by
Rakatah.
Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah.
Time, Solomon, in the bishop, give one person students and sisters in the bishop. By the Shabbat, Majid, Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah.
time is fixed.